ssj5danny here, doing another video. This time I will be doing a movie review of the movie Noah, directed by Darren Aronofsky, director of such films as Black Swan and Requiem for a Dream. Stars Sir Anthony Hopkins, Russell Crowe, Jennifer Connelly, and Emma Watson. First thing I'd like to start off with is the fact that this movie has received flack for not apparently being true to what is said in the Bible of the story of Noah, which should not be a real big issue. I say that's not, if you have an issue with that and that's why you won't see the movie, then I think it's just stupid. That should not be a reason for why you don't go to see a movie. And I definitely believe you should see this movie, because it not only did well in ratings, but I'm going to outline what is good about it. But first, like I said, the issues. The first one that they had was the boat. It was apparently not, they say it was not set to dimensions, but said in the Bible. They said it was bigger, and that in the Bible it's supposed to be 300 cubits, and that they went 400 cubits, which doesn't, I don't think, hurts it. I mean, the boat is just part of it. It's not the whole story. It's a key part to the story, and I would actually like to applaud Darren Aronofsky for having this thing actually made, like physically by hand, for the movie. I have no idea how long it probably took them, but the thing is ridiculous. As they there's several commentary on it from Russell Crowe, Emma Watson, but just the size of this thing, and it's, you know, I believe they did it well. It's actually also different, as you've seen the trailer, in shape from what is normally shown as to be the Ark. The second issue they may have had with this movie is the fact how no one received his message. He did not get it, like a voice did not come to him from God, came down saying there is a flood coming, a giant storm, the world will be cleansed with water, you must build a boat and grab two of each animal and get on. No, what happens is he gets a dream of walking in a field covered in blood, and there's a mountain in the distance, which is where his grandfather Methuselah resides. And next thing he knows, he's surrounded in water, and there are bodies below him floating up, dead people. And he doesn't understand what this means. But he knows something isn't right, because earlier he saw a flower grow out of nothing. So he believes maybe his grandfather might know something, and that they must venture and see him. And when they get there, he gives him a drink, but he says the medicine, this is actually a quote, he says, like, the medicine always tastes bad. So it's, you know, some medicine, who knows exactly what, they don't explain it, but basically it causes him to hallucinate, and he can see what the message clear, what he saw before, and he finally understands that the world is going to be cleansed in water, and that it cannot be stopped, but it can be survived. And that's when Methuselah gives them a seed, which creates a forest, and from that they build the Ark, but not by themselves. See, this is I'm moving on to what I liked about the movie, and because they had help from fallen angels to build this thing. And the fallen angels, they came from heaven to help the humans, but they were punished by God because they weren't supposed to. God did not want them to get involved. So when they landed on Earth, they lost their glowing light and were encaped in the earth that they crashed into, and were given this appearance like golems. And then humans saw them more as like monsters than anything, and tried to kill them, and even enslave them and use them for war and things like of that nature. And so they didn't want to help Noah at first. But one of them does, and so, because he says, "I see a look in your eye. There's a look I seen before in Adam." So they end up helping him, and then leads to my next thing I like about this movie is as they're building the ark, like basically huge conflict sets up when the descendants of Cain come to, and the descendant of Cain, he is believes he's the king of the land. He rules everything, and that what anyone does, basically must be approved by him or whatever. Like you must bow to your king and whatnot. But when they find out that that these people are descendants of Seth, and that they're building the ark for destroying the world, they're not happy. He's not happy. He's saying, "We will come if the world will be destroyed. Well, like I'll be damned if we will be wiped out. The descendants of Cain will come back, and we will take your ark." And they prepare in the woods. And as years pass by, and when the rains come down, you get this mighty scene where they charge at the ship, and you have the fallen angels defending and fighting off waves of men, and you have Noah fighting off men off the ark. It's just an amazing scene. It's well done. One last thing I should say. I don't know if I mentioned about the fallen angels. One thing I liked that really spoke well to me was how they were animated, because it almost seemed kind of like a claymation style, just the movement, not the look, but the way they moved, and I really liked that. Yeah, so there's those scenes. There's another thing. The last thing I'd bring up is the characters' roles, how they were played, and we'll start with Russell Crowe as Noah. He played very well as a man who started. He had to be a caring, loving man, also a wise man. To explain things to his sons. And there's the part where his anger, his conflict, the decisions he has to do, the burdens given upon him, and just how how Russell Crowe portrays him and has to give off all these emotions, and how he has to play him at each different part. He does it very well, and it's just moving to the next person with Emma Watson. She brings a lot of emotion into this, because she's just someone at the beginning on their journey to Methuselah, they find her amongst death, just dead people, and she has a wound which will leave her barren, and she ends up having this kind of thing with Noah's son Shem, and she's trying to tell Noah, go find him a wife, because I'm barren, he deserves better. Noah has to calm her down and explain to her she's a gift, not a burden, that they found her for a reason. And it's very well. She does the emotions well. The tears look real. Well, probably are. Who knows? I'm not an actress, I can't say. But a great performance by Emma Watson as well, and Jennifer Connelly with the concerned mother, parents, being happy, whatever, being worried that her sons can't have wives and whatever. She's just she gives a powerful performance in that too. But my favorite performance has to be from Sir Anthony Hopkins as Methuselah, because he not only does it come off as wise, but he's a very quirky character, having some strange obsession or fixation with berries, and it kind of adds a little amusement. It makes you at least smile, if not laugh, when it comes to him in the movie. So, yeah, overall, it's a great movie. It did well in reviews, and I say, if what I said does not, is not enough, I say just go see it. Just form your own opinion. You don't have to believe me exactly. I say it's good, but form your own opinion. It is a great story. unfortunately from the Bible. But yeah, so I might be doing another one soon of these reviews because I'm going to see Captain America Winter Soldier, so you might see that. So until next time, this is ssj5danny signing off.